Hey everybody, it's Janine Hawkins at Bleating Heart on Twitter, and I'm here, I think enunciating well. As I mentioned, I had my dentist appointment today and had what I will maintain was not a filling. It was a patch, I believe the dentist called it. Totally different. I suppose by definition, it still fill a section of the tooth that was missing, but it is very different. He painted it on with a little brush, so it doesn't count as a filling. That is important for my pride. And I totally thought I wasn't going to be able to do a stream today because my mouth was, the left side of my mouth was still super numb. And like, I could talk, but I was not comfortable talking. I was worried there'd be a lot of cheek biting. But then, it just sort of all out of nowhere vanished and is now fine. My jaw's a little sore because it was like a back molar, so they had to really get in there and like crank stuff open and set up camp and put up the tent poles and put the kettle on. But yeah, it seemed to be fine. It's still a little sore, as I said, so it's probably not going to be super long. Probably not going to be the longest of the witching hour streams. It especially kind of hurts to smile, so I'm going to try to be very dour and serious, and we're going to talk about the ramifications of witching in a society that is maybe not prepared to deal with teen witches educated in nothing but pranks and capitalism. I'm also going to turn the light off. I'm just going to scoot over here and turn the light off. So yeah, I figured, especially because we missed that day for technical bullshit. If we hadn't missed that day, I might have just taken the evening for myself. But since we missed Saturday, I thought at the very least we were due to, grab a class and maybe like pop in on the stores and, just do our usual little errands. Our usual bullshit. Y'all have been watching, you know what this shit is. I've also kind of solidified what I think I'm going to do to wrap this up. I'm thinking on the 31st, we will have a sort of super stream. I would do it on the weekend, but as I said before, Waypoint is doing their 72-hour launch marathon over the weekend, and I do not want to counter-program that, especially because I'll definitely be watching. I'll probably be in the chat. I want to be there and support my friend, so that's, wouldn't make a lot of sense to have a long stream there. But I believe that wraps up around noon Eastern on the 31st, which means that from then on, I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm not counter-programming anyone. So, frick. Sorry, fuck. I don't want to get yelled at by the pumpkin man, so I have to save, even though we just loaded this game. I just realized the brightness is turned all the way up because I was playing my 3DS at the dentist. So, yeah. I'm going to need to fix that real quick because it's blinding. I was playing some Pocket Card Jockey, which is good. But yeah, so we're gonna, I'm thinking, I think that's a Monday, the 31st, I believe, is a Monday. And it's Halloween, and it'll be kind of a stream where we'll jump around some things so that, if you're going to give kids candy, then you're not gonna miss much. We'll do some Magician's Quest. I think, we'll use that opportunity to peek in on the other characters in this save and see what's going on there. And some similar things in that vein. And some other, you know, witchiness. It's. I want to like. I have a lot of ideas. I'm very excited about them, but I also don't want to spoil it. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do time-wise. That will probably be solidified. Not at the last minute. I'll give you, you know, a couple days warning. I promise. I'm very bad about those things, but yeah. We'll do a nice big, you know, not quite a marathon, but just a significantly sized stream. A few hours, you know. It'd be a good time. I'd been thinking about making an extra life thing, but we have such a small group of, you know, we're just all kind of people who enjoy this game, and it's a relatively narrow group, and I don't want to put a lot of like pressure on people to raise an amount of money, so I decided not to do anything like that. Although there was someone earlier this month who had mentioned giving or making a prize that we could maybe like do a draw for. So I need to check in with them and see if they are still interested in doing that. But I think that'd be nice. I think I was originally thinking like, oh, if we did an extra life thing, then it could be like a donation prize, but I think I have a way to work around that so people can participate in a thing and then maybe get a nice thing out of it. It'd be fun. Okay, now we can see our text, which is nice. That's good. I like this Eric dress, but we've been wearing it for a couple days, so we should probably switch into something a little different. Okay, let's see here. What do we have in the way of outfits? Is this our cat sweater outfit? Because that's what I want. It is. This is our cat sweater outfit. Super standard. Okay. This is a nice, like, this is a good, I would say, it's a step better than a lounging around the house outfit, but a step under, like, a meet any kind of person who knows you outfit. It's like a I don't know what I want to say. Maybe kind of like a grocery shopping outfit. It's raining, that's good, because I have not been watering these plants. I was good about that for a little bit, and then I got bored and stopped being good about that. Which is pretty much how it goes every year, I think. You get a special wand or something if you water them like 100 times or something, but fuck. Okay. Sure. Yeah. That seems... No, that seems like a thing that would totally be in one of the books. I bet that'd be like one of those things where it's like, oh, they have to like stake out a place. And Ron's like, oh, I need to pee. Or I need to use the loo. I need to wee in the loo. And Hermione's like, no, whatever, just use this spell. Open a book once in a while. Fuck. I hope the invisible poop thing's not true. That's... Is that one of those things that... Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, is that one of those things that J.K. Rowling said after the fact that, like, wasn't really supported by anything in the text, but, like, she said it because whatever. Okay, well, that first thing means toilet, I think, so I'm not gonna pick that. That means mushroom? And I don't know what this means. Is mushroom something? Well, there's a mushroom forest. This might be the thing where you summon the tree. Yeah, this is the thing. Right, it is the second one, because this is the thing where you summon the tree who tells you how environmental you are or whatever. And you have to do that in the mushroom forest. Or the mushroom glade, grove, whatever. Yeah, they do have bathrooms at Hogwarts. That was a plot point in the first book and the second. Actually, there's maybe a bathroom-related plot point in every one of those books. I'm not sure. I feel like making your poop invisible is like... I don't know, it's not like... I don't want to say it's less advanced, but it seems like maybe the humans were maybe at least doing... Not the humans, the muggles were dealing with their waste in such a way where at least you could avoid it. And that seems maybe beneficial? Or, you know, just bury it. Get a spell to bury it. Poop burying ghost dog. That's a free spell for you, witches and wizards out there. It's a ghost dog that buries waste for you. So you don't have to soil the hem of your robe. Or, I don't know, taint your cowl. Okay, what do we got here? This is always very pretty, but very expensive, so I just I don't even bother. None of this is really doing it for me lately. What does this say? I have no idea what that says, or if that's just shapes. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. Looks like some weird Catch Me If You Can silhouettes or something, but on a Christmas sweater. Okay, let's see what we got going on up here. Okay. What do we got here? That's just a plain broom. That is a hell of a couch. Got some armor. Ooh, dark wood dresser. Ugh, no, that's expensive. That's for a thing that's just a reskin of the thing that we got when we moved in. No, no. Under 1,000, then we'll talk. Okay. What do we got in here? I like this. I have a quilt that looks like this. It's very comfy. This looks like it would blind you. It's a bit extreme. Not extreme, but circusy. It was circusy. I'm glad 2 days in a row we've had conversations about how gross onions can get. That's important. Good to get the word out. Anything that looks familiar here? I bet we have all of these, but I'm still gonna get them. I think I have the money for it anyways. I might not. Let's check. I do. We're totally fine. No caution necessary. And one more. Thank you. The secret of the witching hour is that every day is kind of the same until something completely out of nowhere and completely unexpected happens. And then it's slightly different. So, you know, if you miss a lot of episodes, don't worry about it too much. It's all good. And let's see if we can offload those unsuccessful pies. Yesterday we tried to make savory pies, which are a thing, and it seemed like the game almost recognized it, but didn't quite work out for us. We only need one of these. So that was a shame. Reviewing things is kind of sometimes a pain, yeah. I enjoy it. It is maybe not the best way to go if you really need to pay bills. I'm fortunate enough to be in a situation where that's not so much of an issue. But if it was, I probably still wouldn't be able to do what I do. Because it took way too long to get to a point where it was actually paying well enough to kind of almost be worth doing. It doesn't help, of course, that I live in Canada, so it's difficult for me to get hired working for a major outlet because they need to worry, like, okay, is my visa going to get approved? Am I going to be able to move out? Like, when they could maybe just get someone local who would be ready, like, the next week. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's definitely not the worst job I've had. Not even the worst writing job I've had, so I guess I can't complain that much. Building your portfolio is a good idea, though, if it's a thing that you want to get into. And specifically, don't just review things that you like or that you might already be interested in playing. Like, if you go, I think Arthur Geese said this on Twitter, but, like, specifically, don't necessarily, I mean, the other side of it is a lot of people go out of their way to find a thing they know they're going to hate, so they can write this really passionate, vitriolic rant about how bad it is and how much they fucked up. And that's not super helpful either. Like, the hardest reviews are the ones where the game is just okay. And you're just like, nah, that's fine. Or like, nah, you don't need to play this game. When it's just middling and not either good or terrible, it's very hard to find 1,000 words sometimes without resorting to, like, the most basic. You use the analog stick to move your character and use the D-pad to move the camera and press A to jump. And so that's my advice. Review games that are mediocre, or that you expect to be mediocre, because that is the most, especially when you are starting out with an outlet, they aren't going to give you the big cool things. They're just not. That's what the people who work there for realsies get. That's their privilege for seniority and whatnot, is they're the ones who get to play, like, Dishonored 2. And you're the one who gets to play, like, Frog Goes to Town 6, or whatever. I don't want to name any specific games, but I've been Dishonored, I guess. I should have saved instead of running all the way. Well, whatever. Fuck it. Fin clipping. That seems weird. That makes sense, but that's one of those things that you kind of, like, never think about being a thing. Okay, let's check out our... God, that school bell. I know I made that school bell, but every time I hear it, it's a little bit... It kind of throws me off. Whoops. This half a circle pad I'm working with right now is a little bit sensitive. Surprisingly. Okay, here we go. Whoop, no. There we go. Ooh. It's okay. Sometimes it seems a little like out of tune or weird, but yeah. It sounds like the sort of brass-like instrument that's providing some support to the melody is like deflating partway through the end of each of its phrases. Like they're running out of breath, they're kind of tired, just blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's an effect that just doesn't translate particularly well to MIDI or whatever the heck. I think I remember this. Although I don't remember it sounding so like spooky. Speaking of things that'd be fun on maracas. I don't know how you would do this song properly without some kind of steel drum. I don't think there is a steel drum in this game. I don't think it's a xylophone either. Not even one of those weird standy-uppy ones. It just goes, huh? There we go. Yeah, and that's it. Let's do a save, shall we? Oh, God. It is gonna be, did we find Dark Castle? I don't remember if we actually even found Dark Castle. We might be without our two staple tunes. I mean, we found some other good ones. Like, you know, if we wrap up this season and the feather in our cap is Adolfo Smoke, I think that's perfectly okay. I wouldn't call that a musical failure at all. Oh, Showers of Howls. Yeah. Man. Showers of Howls. Good times. Oh, God, I'm so yawny. I'm very sorry. I did not fall asleep until way too late, and then I was up way too early. Okay. Well, we should go to our store. Get our money. Oh, we have a class too. Okay. Let's go to our store and get our money. And oh, that's not our store. And then we will go up and grab a class, and then, you know, maybe do a little karaoke, and then play it. A very brief episode today, but I'm clearly very tired. So it's gonna happen. Man, I know they just take half, but sometimes it seems like they take so much more than half. I just feel like they're ripping me off. I'm sure it is a loan system or something, but shit, it just feels like they're scamming me. Like these cats are scamming me. Lincoln is a really good character. I feel like I watched Austin play some Mafia 3 and our schedules don't always line up, so I haven't been able to watch much more of it since the first, the opening few hours, but I feel like I also don't have time to play that game myself, so I feel like I'm at some point just gonna like go on YouTube and look at all of the cutscenes or whatever, because I want to know where that goes. It's not perfect, but, and you know, there are a lot of things that I think maybe do still bear some reflection, but it's still very interesting. Oh, the opening's so good. Managed to hit the mute button in time that time before I sneezed. Excuse me. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, I could see that. He's a really interesting character. That game has a lot of really interesting characters. And there's a lot of... They don't just blurt it all out about a lot of those characters. Like, there's some interesting stuff with one of the boss guy's daughters, and it's just... It's good. Things are, I guess... Oh, I need to change screens here, don't I? There, I guess from what I've seen, it's like a lot of the flaws that are there are flaws I anticipated, and a lot of the good things that are there are not things I anticipated. So it was kind of a pleasant surprise. There's a real sense of effort and compassion in that game that's really interesting. That I don't think, especially in a lot of like open world crimey games, that's not usually the feeling that I get from a lot of them. Like, oh god, I don't know. The long one with the kanji in it. Yeah, okay, of course. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, the thing I was gonna say is that like Link and Clay is, and a lot of the characters in that game are so much more interesting than any other characters that come to mind in similar games. Like, I had to like really sit and think to try and come up with another character from a similar game that I've been as invested in and interested in as him and some of the other characters in that game. And I'm like, I don't know. I went into that one GTA game, GTA 4 I guess it was, really wanting to like Nico, like really having been sold on, like I played that game quite late, like it wasn't new anymore by the time I played it, but I had been really sold on like, oh, it's this really human story and it's really interesting, and it just felt like someone had set that up to be a really good human story and really interesting. Are they standing in the fucking doorway? Oh my god, okay. And then they just didn't deliver on it. It was just, I hated it. I couldn't stand it. It was like, I could see someone there had a really good idea and no one else at that writer's table seemed to care, I guess, is the impression that I got. Like, half the team was really invested in telling that human story and half the team was really invested in just shooting a bunch. And whatever, I guess that's that game, but I don't know. It's kind of a bummer. And also, like, I can also see that if you played it when it was new, it would maybe not give you that impression because, you know, perspectives shift and benchmarks are moved. But yeah, Lincoln Clay is a really fucking interesting dude. I also just like, you know, I'm the person who notices things like texture and specularity mapping on the skin and normal mapping and like the sort of bumps and textures and things for physical characters' bodies basically, and that game does that stuff really, really well. One critic had said something about the face in that game looking really dated, and I was just like, I could not disagree more. Anyway, I gotta focus on this and stop talking about Mafia. Whoop. Also a lot of, like, obviously genuine effort to do black hair justice, which most games really, really, really struggle with, if they even try at all. So, like, aesthetically, they're due some credit there. Yeah. At least this doesn't require the slide pad thing. Whoop. Is there an alien standing behind us? That's like a... It's like an alien or like a vegetable man? I don't know. It's a vegetable alien? Oh, we have... Okay, we have whistles and maracas, so we should probably get a base, right? And then, oh, I gotta pick something good. What'll it be? I don't know. This. Come back. No, I don't want to play this actually, but now I feel kind of trapped. Yeah, I'm definitely trapped. Do you think I can switch songs and still... Oh, this is bad. I don't want this. It was a mistake. Also, she doesn't have maracas at all, so I could play drums and it'd be totally fine. Everyone come back. No, they've had it with me, huh? It's a good drum line, though. Oh my god. It's one of Eric's cousins. They're walking in rhythm to the drums. That family has such good rhythm. Someone will walk by, right? I don't even know what song this is. It's impossible to tell. God, it's true. You blow that first shot and then they're just like, no, bye. You don't know what you want, so we don't have time for you. Well, this is just pathetic. This is... I can't do this. This is nothing. Are they both gone? Oh no, she's up here. Well, she just whistles anyway. She's... Oh, hey. Hey, what's up? You could have maybe shown up a bit earlier if you wanted. Whatever. It's fine. At least we can maybe figure out what this song is now. Oh, it's cottage cheese. Or summer cottage is what it's called in the soundtrack. But it's definitely not called that in the game. Or maybe it is. It wasn't called that in Magician's Quest. So I don't fucking know. Anyway, this is a sick acoustic cover of this song. It makes it way better, I think. Keeps it fresh. Hey, Whistles. You gonna whistle? You can come whistle? No, you're gonna cast magic on us and try and make us fart. That's not cool. That's super fucking rude. Where are you even aiming that at? There's no one there. Way to contribute, penguin whose name I never remember. Well, I'm Janine Hawkins. I'm at Bleating Heart on Twitter, and I think that'll do it for today's Witching Hour, which, as I totally did not cover at all at the beginning of this video, because I was too busy talking about the dentist. Hey, Ryden, fucking thank God. Oh, and he jumped in at even just the perfect looping time. Like, that's just excellent. And suddenly now she wants him too. Cool. Well, anyway, as I forgot to mention at the beginning of this, this was the Witching Hour, which is, of course, when every day in October we play a little bit of the third game in the Tongari Boushi series, aka Magician's Quest. It is a Japanese game. You can pick up a copy for yourself of the first, second, or third games on Amazon. The second and third are dirt cheap. The first one, not so much. Don't worry, they're all kind of the same thing. More or less, you know. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with a little... I think tomorrow I'm going to do an earlier stream. Not like super early, but earlier. And yeah, on the 31st, I'm gonna look into doing a extra long stream with some bonusy stuff. We're gonna look into other people's save files and some other things that might require some other things. We'll see. We'll form it up. Form it up? I don't know. Have a good night, everyone. Archives on Streamfriends.tv. All 3 seasons. Big playlist. Good content.